Kursk Strategic Defensive Operation, to repel the German summer strategic offensive, Operation Citadel, unfolded on the northern, battle on the northern face of the Kursk Bulge, and southern faces of the Kursk salient. The German side was unable to deliver piercing strikes against the grouping of Soviet troops in the western part of the Kursk Bulge, at the tip of the bulge with the aim of subsequent encirclement. To weaken the initial strike of the German forces, the command of the Central Front and the Western Front developed a plan for artillery counter-preparation. From March 1943, the organization of counter-preparation was in the center of attention of the command of both fronts, and it was planned to involve artillery and aviation in it. The plans for counter-preparation were continuously refined, and with the final establishment of the concentration of the main enemy groupings in the initial areas for the offensive, it was planned to disrupt the attack or decisively weaken the strength of the initial German strike with a powerful surprise artillery fire and airstrikes. In the Central Front sector, the main efforts were focused on suppressing the enemy's artillery group and observation points, OPs, including artillery ones. This group of targets accounted for over 80% of the planned objectives. This choice was explained by the presence in the army of powerful means to combat the enemy's artillery, more reliable data on the position of his artillery grouping, the relatively narrow width of the expected strike zone, 30 to 40 kilometers, as well as the high density of combat formations of the first echelon divisions of the Central Front troops, which made them more vulnerable to artillery strikes. By delivering a powerful fire strike against the German artillery positions and OPs, it was possible to significantly weaken and disorganize the enemy's artillery preparation and ensure the survivability of the first echelon forces of the army to repel the assault of attacking tanks and infantry. In the VF sector, 6th Guards Army and 7th Guards Army, the main efforts were directed at suppressing infantry and tanks in areas of their likely presence, which constituted about 80% of all targeted objects. This was due to a wider strip of the enemy's potential strike, up to 100 kilometers, greater sensitivity of the first echelon forces to tank attacks, and a smaller amount of means for countering enemy artillery and VF armies. It was also not excluded that on the night of July 5, part of the enemy's artillery would change its firing positions while retreating from the combat cover of the 71st and 67th Guards Infantry Divisions. Thus, the VF artillerymen primarily sought to inflict damage on tanks and infantry, that is, the main force of the German attack, and to suppress only the most active enemy batteries, accurately reconnoitered.